Hey guys, in this video we're going to be checking out the top 10 best cutting mats that are available on the market for their true quality. I made this list based on my personal opinion and hours of research. I have listed them based on popularity, quality, price, durability, user opinions, and more. If you want to see more information and the updated price, you can check out the description below. Also, make sure to subscribe for more reviews. Okay, so let's get started with the video. Starting at number 10, we have the Cricut StandardGrip machine mats. What makes the Cricut 12 inches by 24? StandardGrip adhesive cutting mat. 3-pack. The best cutting mat of 2022? 2 words. Great bargain. Included in the package are 3 adhesive cutting mats, all at the price of 1. Of course, affordability isn't the only thing that makes this Cricut cutting mat our top pick. It's carefully engineered for a variety of medium weight materials, from patterned paper and vinyl to heavy cardstock and iron-on materials. Made of rubber with water-based paint, this Cricut cutting mat makes it easy to carefully and cleanly remove cut pieces. Because of its excellent adhesion, it keeps your drafting or crafting materials in place with every cut. What's more, it comes complete with white, easy-to-read markings and grid lines, giving you accurate measurements and the best bang for your buck. Reviewers love this cutting mat set not only because it comes at a low price, but also because the multiple mats let them finish projects a lot quicker. Plus, this Cricut cutting mat set is fairly easy to clean and air dry, lasts for a long time, and holds materials securely. Moving on. At number 9, we have the Fiskars Rotary Cutter 3-piece set. If you need a complete set of a rotary cutting mat, rotary cutter, and ruler, then the Fiskars 18 inches by 24 inches rotary cutting mat set 952,301,010 is an absolute must-have. Because it offers a complete cutting set at a fairly affordable price, it easily comes high up on this list of the best cutting mats of 2022. This Fiskars cutting mat is designed with a self-healing double-sided surface, enabling it to withstand years of drafting and crafting. Printed on its dark gray side is a white measuring grid, while on its light gray surface is a dark high-contrast grid. In other words, it offers easy-to-read measurements under any type of lighting. Users, including beginners and professionals, like how this Fiskars cutting mat allows for exact cuts. Some even happily report that because of the mat's clearly printed grid lines, they didn't find the need to bend over with every cut. But this top-quality rotary cutting mat isn't the only thing that this cutting set boasts. It comes complete with the Fiskars Classic Stick Rotary Cutter, which features a sharp, rolling 45mm blade that can cleanly and accurately cut through multiple layers of fabric and other materials. At number 8, we have the Dahle Vantage 10,672 Premium Self-Healing Cutting Mat with 5 layers of PVC. The Dahle Vantage 24 inches by 18 inches self-healing 5-layer cutting mat 10,672 can withstand the toughest of crafting projects. Because of its 1/8 inch thick self-healing construction, this Dahle cutting mat allows cuts to fade away instantly and maintains a smooth work surface for a long time, all without any odor. It's easily one of the best cutting mats on the market that's affordable to boot. Reviewers even say that the cutting mat has survived being pressed with an iron. It laid flat after cooling. They also say that it feels thicker, sturdier, and more stable than most cutting mats. On the cutting mat's work surface is an alignment grid, which consists of inch, metric, and angle guides. Aside from this, it comes with 45 and 60-degree diagonal guides for easy and accurate diagonal cuts. This Dahle cutting mat can also be used on both sides for precise trimming and freehand work. At number 7, we have the Olfa 24 inches by 36 inches self-healing rotary cutting mat. A heat-welded triple-layer mat means double the durability. That's what the Olfa 24 inches by 36 inches double-sided self-healing rotary mat is. One of the best cutting mats for the money, this self-healing cutting mat is truly built to last. Users can attest to this cutting mat's self-healing capabilities. Some have owned this mat for months, while others have been using this mat for years. And no matter how long they have been cutting on this mat, they can all agree. It still looks as good as new. So when you buy an Olfa cutting mat, you have yourself a self-healing cutting mat for life. Apart from having the ability to reseal surface cuts, this Olfa cutting mat lets you easily remove particles from its surface. Simply grab a gum eraser and rub out stuck particles. It's that easy. Accurate measuring and cutting will just be a breeze with this self-healing cutting mat. It comes with grid lines and precise angles, perfect for cutting triangles and squares, drafting plans, and cropping photos with the utmost precision. For added ease and accuracy while cutting, this self-healing cutting mat comes with yellow grid lines and a dark green base color, which provides you with better visibility as you work on your drafting projects. At number 6, we have the Arteza Rotary Cutting Mat. With one dark gray side and one light gray side, the Arteza 18 inches by 24 inches self-healing rotary cutting mat seems like a screen with both day mode and night mode features. Printed on either side with light or dark grid lines, it offers two easy-to-read, non-glare surfaces for any type of task lighting, making it one of the best self-healing cutting mats this 2022. Aside from this rotary cutting mat's reversible feature, customers like the solid texture and weight of the mat, and that it comes with angle guides as well. More specifically, it comes complete with metric grid lines and different angle guides, 15, 30, 45, 60, and 75 degrees. Made of an eco-friendly material with a special finish, this self-healing cutting mat is non-toxic and easy to clean, resists any kind of warping, and keeps itself from slipping as you cut. It also consists of 3 layers that are 3 millimeters thick in total, guaranteeing a cut-free work surface and sharp blades for life. At number 5, we have the Sullivans USA Cutting Mat. The largest of the best cutting mats this 2022, the Sullivans 36 inches by 59 inches cutting mat fits perfectly on drafting tables and craft tables. Professional drafters, tailors, and hobbyists like how they didn't have to reposition this mat to spread out their materials. What's more, they didn't need to flatten this cutting mat out for long after unfurling it. It holds flat once it's unrolled. Made of high-quality, low-density polyethylene, it resists moisture and withstands the sharpest cuts from any kind of blade. Plus, it's impact-resistant and flexible, so you can roll the mat up when it's not in use. Across this large cutting mat's white surface is a simple red grid layout, which allows for accurate drafting and cutting. Because the numbers are printed around the mat's border, you can easily view your measurements as you cut. On top of that, this large cutting mat has printed diagonal lines, creating 4 45-degree angles. So whether you're squaring up quilt blocks or making technical drawings, this cutting mat is no doubt a real steal. It offers a large workspace and an accurate way of cutting and measuring. At number 4, we have the US Art Supply 36 inches by 48 inches self-healing cutting mat. Another reversible cutting mat made the list of the best cutting mats of 2022. The US Art Supply 36 inches by 48 inches professional self-healing 5-ply double-sided cutting mat. With a black surface on one side, a green surface on the other, and white high-contrast grid lines on both sides. This large cutting mat's measurements are as easy to read as the markings on chalkboards. Constructed with 5 layers of PVC, this self-healing cutting mat offers a slip-free work surface, a safe way of cutting, and a durable, long-lasting design. Users are impressed with the quality of this mat. Because of its slip-free surfaces, this cutting mat grips their fabrics and other materials well enough to keep them in place for easy cutting. Printed on either side are a 1/2 inch grid and 1/8 inch marks, providing you with an accurate alignment guide. Plus, this US Art Supply self-healing cutting mat comes complete with 45 and 60 degree guides for creating precise angles and diagonal lines for diagonal cutting. At number 3, we have the WorkLion 12 inches by 18 inches Art Self-Healing PVC Cutting Mat. If you're in the market for the toughest self-healing cutting mat, look no further than the WorkLion 12 inches by 18 inches double-sided self-healing cutting mat. This cutting mat prides itself on having 5 layers of PVC in total, with a white PVC inner layer that's virtually impossible to cut off. Its durability alone makes it one of the best cutting mats out there. Users agree, this self-healing cutting mat is a great purchase. They say that it seems heavy-duty and extremely thick, so when you buy this self-healing cutting mat, you're getting one for life. Apart from its durability, reviewers like that it's flexible enough to blend slightly when needed, but still resists any curling and warping. Once this cutting mat is unfurled, it stays flat and withstands a lifetime of use. Best of all, this self-healing cutting mat can be used on either of its non-slip sides. With a white grid printed on its blue side and a yellow grid on its green side, it creates easy-to-read measurements and allows for precise cutting. At number 2, we have the Anezus Self-Healing Sewing Mat. A complete set of grid lines and alignment guides is what the Anezus 12 inches by 18 inches 5-ply double-sided self-healing rotary cutting mat offers. Designed for a variety of cutting, drafting, and sewing projects, it's one of the best cutting mats for professionals and hobbyists alike. Both sides sport a dark green color that's reminiscent of traditional non-glare chalkboards. One side comes standard with white inch and metric grids and diagonal lines, while the other side also has the same printed grids, except that it features circular, hexagonal, and triangular cutting guides as well. Made of 5 layers of PVC with a sturdy white inner layer, this rotary cutting mat creates a constantly smooth, cut-free working surface. Reviewers say that with the cutting mat's various alignment guides and excellent build, it's the only mat that they'll ever need for life. And if that's not enough, it's also one of the most affordable cutting mats on the list. And finally, at number 1, we have the Canilla Self-Healing Cutting Mat. With a design that's closely similar to the Anezus Rotary Cutting Mat, the Canilla 24 inches by 18 inches 5-layered double-sided self-healing cutting mat A2 offers 2 cutting surfaces and sports a dark green color with easy-to-read white grid lines. But what makes this self-healing cutting mat different is its printed grid measurements. Printed on one side of this mat are 57 by 242 centimeter measurements, while the other side comes with 22 by 16 inch grid measurements. So whether you're comfortable with the imperial or metric systems, you can simply flip the cutting mat over to get your preferred units of measurement. Besides that, this self-healing cutting mat features angular and dimensional guides, convenient for any crafting or drafting projects. It's also constructed with 5 self-healing layers of PVC, so you can keep your cutting tools sharp and your tabletop well protected from cuts. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. If this video was helpful to you, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions related to this product, you can leave a comment down below. I will get back to you as soon as possible.